Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today is the last day of the Mandalika official MotoGP test and the last day of testing before the season gets underway. Now, Paulo Spagro, who was yesterday was very bullish about saying we are ready for Qatar, has topped the timesheets today. He does look very impressive. However, they're still not, or still didn't get into the 130s, which I thought they would be in the low 30s. However, the track conditions, again, as we spoke about yesterday, it's just not safe enough to push past the limit yet. You know, you crash and you're out for the first race. Fabio Quartararo was in second place, which is quite a good jump for him, and it wasn't a last hour or last lap binge. He was there beforehand, so it was good pace that he was showing. Alex Espargaro was again in third. And again, he didn't put in a last lap binge to get in there. He was already there. The only person that realistically did a hot lap in the last hour especially was Franco Morbidelli, who did show in fourth, about 4/10 of a second off of his teammate. Bagnaia is up next, and you know, Ducati are really pushing to get his contract done in time for Qatar, so to sign him up for another couple of years. Rins has said that the bike is lacking qualifying pace, but he didn't do a too bad job being in 6th overall. Vinales, Zarco, Binder were up next. Binder is really trying to get grips on the bike. He's happier now than he was, but again, it's just going to see and take some time, I suppose, for him to get properly comfortable. He is having issues that the bike is breaking traction on acceleration, and he's losing a load of time there. Alex Marquez, Mikel Oliveira, which is good to see him up now. He did do a hot lap, so I won't really take too much of account in that. You know, he jumped 7 places in the last hour alone, so he definitely put in a soft tyre and had to go. Marini was in 12th. Marini is struggling a small bit with aerodynamics on the bike. He's not comfortable, needs to get going a little bit more. Takahashi was up next, and then Marquez was surprisingly down in 14th. Now it's only 7/10 of a second away. He lost 3 positions in the last hour, but again, I don't think he really did a hard time attack. He said he wasn't going to do it. He was just finding the limits of himself right now rather than the bike. Miller again is in 15th, kind of concerning about that. You know, it is vast the difference between the GP21 and GP22 new fairings, and I'll show on that during the week. We'll have a discussion about it. Avi was up next, which is good to see him out of the 20s, but I still don't know. You know, he's already making excuses now. Look, saying that he's not too far away. He's only 8/10 of a second. Bezzecchi was up next. Gini Antonio was also up. Bastianini was down in 19th, which is a bit surprising, but again, I think this test, realistically, people are working on just pace, not anything else. Jorge Martin was up then, 1.4 seconds off, which is quite a gap, alright. Gardner, Darren Binder were the last ones. Raul Fernandez and Mir didn't ride. Fernandez did do a couple of laps today, but was feeling unwell, so they stopped him, and Mir didn't ride at all today due to his illness. But all in all, I think for the test, it was more so to benefit the riders to get to know the track. With the track conditions being so dirty and horrible, you know, no one could really push as they wanted to push. So I don't really think we learned an awful lot about the bikes. Maybe it's a good thing that they learned how to set the bikes up in slippery track conditions, but I wouldn't necessarily think that it's done anything. You know, realistically, we're 3 weeks away, or is it 3 or 4 weeks away from Qatar? We're a couple of weeks away now from Qatar. We have Moto 2 and Moto 3 testing next week. It'll be interesting to see. I'll do a small feature on them. It's good to see there's a couple of riders that are up and coming we should talk about, because I think they're going to be hitting MotoGP in the next couple of years. And that's it for testing. I will be back tomorrow. I have loads to talk about. I've spotted a lot of stuff on the bikes, including new wings on the Yamaha. I don't know, has anyone spotted that yet? But we will go through all of those during the week, and until tomorrow's video, see you then. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did.
I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy MotoGP together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.